I'm your host with the most looking 23. You're joining me for the Royal Masquerade, Chapter 10, Wildfire. While rescuing Star Fox from the carnival fire, a flaming tent has collapsed on you. Burning red flames engulf your body. Ah! Huh? Glance down and realize the flames are dancing off of you and Star Fox. Somehow you are both completely unharmed. Ow! Suddenly, Hunter bursts through the wall of flame, wraps you in his protective arms, and leads you to safety where your family and friends are waiting. Julia, are you... You are unhurt? How can that be? I'm not certain, but this is not the first time I felt as though something or someone was protecting me somehow. During the hunt and the boarding legacy, I can't explain who or what it is, but I've been saved each time, one way or another. Is it possible that more magic has survived from ancient days than we think? More magic than the house charms? How marvelous. Think of all the wonders we could discover. It opens the world up to new possibilities. It could be the spirits rising from the ground, for all I care. I'm glad you're alive. You and your friends turn to the carnival and watch helplessly as it burns to the ground. Well, at least we are all safe. I fear not all of us. The city will not be as lucky as we were. You turn your gaze to the glowing horizon and the hundreds of buildings in the distance. The fire spread to the city. The next morning, you and your friends meet in the manor as a string of courtiers relay missives to Hunter and Caden. Do we know the extent of the damage? Reports say that nearly a quarter of the city sustained significant damage. It would have been more had the City Watch not done such an admirable job fighting the fire. Still, that's a quarter of our city, our townsfolk, artisans, merchants, farmers, without home or business. All because of that damned assassin. I can't believe Rinza and Cyrus would do this. I don't think they meant to. There were no reports of the assassin starting additional fires. Not even Cyrus and Rinza want to burn down where they live. This was merely a political game that spun out of control and hurt innocent people. It's... but another crime on Cyrus and Rinza's list. Hunter nods resolutely. One day they will pay. Or someday. Just then there's a knock on the door. Vasco admits Hector, who looks out of breath and stained with soot. Lord Hector, are you alright? I am, Lord Percival, and I stood in the city watch against the flame. We were able to contain much of the fire, though I fear it would take some time to rebuild what's been lost. What of Lord Percival? Where is he? Then Percival rushes through the open door. Where's Lady Annalisa? Has she escaped injury from the fire? Percival! Thank the stars you're safe. When we heard the fire originated from the Rosario grounds, I feared the worst. Because Rosario is resilient, with our allies on our side, About that, Lady Julia moaned alone. You step away with Lord Hector, who coughs awkwardly into his hand. Lady Julia, I hereby inform you that our engagement comes to an end. Excuse me? A union was designed to support the Pharaohs. However, Rinza has informed me that you're no longer allies. We're going to break our engagement. You made an oath to my house. How dare you back down from a promise you made? My agreement was then contingent on factors that no longer exist. I'm not backing down. The agreement is simply no longer valid. I'm sorry it had to end this way, Lady Julia. Perhaps Lady Theodosia will offer a different match. Hector bows to you and exits. You return, everyone. Lord Hector has ended his engagement with me. News that arrived at an inopportune time. How are you feeling? About my breakup? concerned about our lack of allies. Standing alone is greater threat than the fire. So we've lost the Navracuses. That leaves Renza and Cyrus with the advantage and us without allies. Unless, Lord Percival, you want to pledge House Balmont to my cause? Percival pales. Lady Julia, please understand, when Lady Emery marries Lord Cyrus, House Balmont's fortunes will be tied to House Vescovi's. I cannot simply ignore such a bond, especially when I gave my blessing, my word, to Lady Emery. And do you feel comfort in binding yourself to a man like Cyrus? No, but I beg you all to remember that House Vescovi is far more than one man. It and House Balmont represent thousands of people. With Emery's marriage, I am duty-bound to protect the interests of the people of House Vescovi as I would my own. I hope that someday my sister sees error of her ways, but it is not in my power to make that choice for her. Percival drops to one knee and bows his head to you. Know that if it was in my power, House Balmont would stand at your side. Annalisa steps softly to your side and whispers to you. I know his principles are rigid, but he's coming from a good place. He's a good man who believes in promises he makes. And I know, and I respect that. He's far more honorable a person than Cyrus or Renza could ever hope to be. Please, Percival, rise. There's nothing to do now but move forward. The first step is announcing my bid to become queen. Of course, we'd planned to have you do so at the carnival, but nothing is left. None of the tents, attractions survive the flames. And if your house fails to host an event in its first social season, I fear Julia's intentions for the throne will become yet another casualty. Glance between the forlorn faces of those closest to you and feel the fire begin to burn within you. Things may look bleak, but I refuse to let Renza defeat us. If we wish to solve this, we must first approach it from the right angle, and that angle cannot be the troubles of those born to privilege. Being a leader is so much more than power and ambition. It's about helping those in need. If you do not put the people first in their hour of greatest need, then I have no right asking to be queen. Vasco, divert all the House Rosaria's resources into rebuilding the town. It would be quite an expensive undertaking, but one we can handle, your ladyship. People would need to know you're helping them. The King Regent is right. Common people will not expect such a noble. We could make a banner in the town square, draw attention with what's left of the carnival. Well, it could raise also some morale. From what I saw today, the people are in desperate need of hope. Well, then we will need to do them one better. We will rebuild the carnival as a grand parade and ride through the streets. I will invite the nobles. It can double as our house event. I can collect supplies and organize teams of builders. And I'll begin designing the floats. Then let us begin. With help from Caden, Vasco, and gathers all the surviving construction materials from the carnival in front of the estate. As you requested, your ladyship, the King Regent has printed his designs to paper. You're truly indispensable, Vasco. You and your friends immediately get to work as you reach down and grab some wood planks. I and Elise rush outside. What's all this? I can hear the commotion from inside. We're building a float for the house parade. Come, grab a hammer and join us. Manual labor? Perhaps I could provide a more advisory role. I have that covered, Auntie. Annalisa smiles and crosses her arms as she looks over at Percival, Hunter, and Caden, sweating in the afternoon sun. We lift on 3. 1, 2, 3. Heavy. Too much for your Lord Balmont? As we get it, you have a chiseled chest. Shut up. No, I haven't. Quick, into position before we lose our hold. Sister? Come on, like you're above enjoying the show. Oh, fine, I shall help. But Auntie Elise has to do as well. Don't drag me down with you. Come, share a saw with me, sister. This'll be fun. Yeah, it's eye candy for the women. I'm going to need a bath after this. Everyone grabs tools and goes to build the float. Time passes, and everyone's hard at work. Percival's hammers a beam into place while Annalisa holds it. I enjoy the sight of you swinging your hammer. Lucky for you, much of the float remains unbuilt. How fortunate indeed. Hit it again harder. I want to see those muscles flux. As the lady commands, so it shall be. Starfox carries a single plank of wood over to Vasco's eye and Elise. Thank you, little one. Your help is most appreciated. Vasco takes the plank and places it across the two sawhorses. Zaya lifts a two-handed saw. Now, I push, you pull. Then you push, I pull. Easy as? Pull, push, push, pull. Yes, alright. I think I can manage. A cloud of sawdust rises above the boards as the women begin to saw. When it clears, there's a perfect diagonal cut sloping down towards Zaya. I do believe you may have forgotten to push down on the saw, Lady Elise. Up, down, left, right. Exactly how many directions am I supposed to force this infernal contraption? We try again until we get it right. As you toil away on part of the float, Caden approaches you. You're holding up well. Seeing all the progress we're making helps stave off the exhaustion. Listen, Julia, I know that after last night you must be worried for your safety. The fear has crossed my mind. Protecting his regency is still my primary focus, but I swear I will do what I can to protect you too. Aiden, who will protect you? Skill and experience. I wouldn't call intangibles the strongest of ends. They've gotten me this far. But perhaps don't forget an extra dagger or three. As the day crawls on, you begin to carry a pile of planks, stacked so tall they obstruct your vision. Without warning, you accidentally collide with Hunter. Hey! Oh no. The planks begin to tumble towards Hunter. Save Hunter, save both. Deftly balancing the planks with one arm, you reach out to Hunter to steady yourself. He takes your hand and draws you in, placing your face just inches from his. I've got you. And I've got the planks. It seems like everyone is a winner. You should collide with me more often. Sorry about that, I wasn't paying attention. Must be the nerves. Are you anxious about the parade? More the announcement. What if I'm not ready? What if I'm rejected? Bidding for the throne is no easy task. It is no strange thing to think that you can make a better world. But to do so as queen, to think on that big of a scale. Most leaders fail to think that big. Instead, they try to preserve their powers, forgetting their responsibility to the people under them. Hunter takes your hand. But when I see you, Julie, I see someone who thinks past herself, someone who genuinely cares about how she affects those around her. That's kind of you to say, but I'm only one person. One person is all it takes to inspire another, but as you've inspired me. Inspired you, but you're already one of the most accomplished people I know. We can always do better, and I want to be better for you, because even if we are the only one fighting to make the world better, I will be there to help in any way I can. Help me in any way you can, then. Steer me away from the wrong choices. Stand by my side no matter what. You can give me massages. Stand by my side. Wherever your journey takes us, whatever perils we may face, you have my word that I will. And I will forever find comfort in that knowledge. Hunter smiles and turns to go back to work, but before he does, you grab his arm. Hunter, I thank you for your words. I need to hear them. All while holding a bunch of planks, I'm impressed. He takes your hand to brush a kiss over your knuckles. I would never hear you doubt yourself in my presence, dear Julia. Many hours have passed, but you and your friends finally look up at a finished float. Not bad for a day's work. Not bad at all. Spectacular, even. Not to be contrary, but I worry we're missing some of the fancifulness of a carnival. If only we still had the animals. Not to disparage the cuteness already in our midst. Agreed, but who knows where they fled after the carnival fires. I do have one lead. My guards reported exotic animals roaming the town. I can't imagine they would be... There would be some other exotic animals. They must be so frightened alone in the city. We should bring them back home if we can, for our parade and for their safety. I'm ready to go if you are. Rescue exotic animals to help your parade with Hunter and Caden in this exclusive scene. Rescue the missing animals for my parade. Those animals need us, and we need them. I can take us to where the reports last sighted the animals. Gonna guess one of them is an emu, I'm calling it right now. Hunter and Caden throw on their clothes and lead you into the town. Caden leads you, Star Fox, and Hunter into the city. You know, in case you didn't get that the first time. The animals cannot have gotten far. Reports said there was a tiger by the river, an emu, called it, Tavern Square, and a panda in the marketplace. Where should we look? Well, something tells me we're gonna get all three. Let's deal with the hardest one. You arrive at the river's edge, where a fish stall has been set up. The tiger circles the stall, while the fishmonger defends himself with a fishing pole. Back! You shall not feast upon my flesh today! We could capture the tiger if the fisherman would move away. I don't want him caught up in this. Excuse me, please step away from the tiger. Lady Julia, please! Tell the tiger to step away from me! Tiger hungrily eyes the fishmonger's cart of seafood. I think he might simply be after your fish. They're like sweets to a cat. Why would a tiger eat fish when he could have fresh, juicy human? Because you're not as appetizing as you think? This may sound odd, but I want to take the tiger off your hands, but first you need to move out of the way. I don't know. This stall is the only thing between me and the tiger's claws. He might need a little encouragement. Or someone to carry him out of the way. I should leave Caden to move him. Convince him to move himself. Have Hunter convince him to move. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll talk to him. Step forward. I assure you, I will not let him eat you. I'm a tiger whisperer. Can you make him juggle shrimp? I can, but I won't. That I would charge gold for. Alright, well, as long as you make him leave, I would trust you. Fishmonger dives away from a stall. Ah! Tiger bounds forward, jumping on the cart of seafood. Ah! Go on, take all the fish, just please don't kill me. Before Hunter and Caden move in, Star Fox pads over, leaping on its hind legs to try and reach some of the fish. Tiger sticks his head over the edge of the car, regarding Star Fox curiously. Finally, he drops a hefty fish in front of Star Fox, who begins eating hungrily. The tiger peers down contentedly, then licks the top of Star Fox's head. Why, Star Fox, I think you've made a friend. Reach out and begin petting the tiger. He purrs happily. You're just a big kitten, aren't you? A hungry kitten with massive teeth, mind you. Don't worry, I'll make sure his massive teeth don't come anywhere near you or your wares ever again. I should stick to selling sweets, rolls, and sugar cakes. Lead the tiger away from the stall, and he obediently plods after you. Where should we look now? Listen, I'm gonna deal with the cuteness last, so emu next. You find the emu running frantically around the square. People rush to get out of its way. The poor thing is probably frightened. We have to calm it down. How do we even do that? I'm not keen on getting in her way. I read about emus. Apparently, if you cover their eyes, they will think it's night and go to sleep. Caden looses a burlap pouch from his belt, holding it out uncertainly. This might be the trick, but we need to get close enough to put it on. And I don't think any of us are fast enough to run with a emu. Now we'll catch it with a rope. Finding a rope in a nearby shop, you tie a loop and wait for the emu to circle back around. The rope at the emu. You fling the rope at the emu, catching it right around the neck. Don't worry, girl, we're taking you back to somewhere safe. While Hunter and Caden hold the rope, you approach the emu and place the bag over her head. The emu's frantic movement slows. She stands placidly with the bag over her head. You cautiously run a hand through her feathers. Worked, but calmed her down. The bag was a good thinking. Your time in the library paid off. Where shall we look now? Look for the little panda. Oh my god! Yes! Give it to me! You, Hunter, and Caden approach the gates of the marketplace to find a large crowd gathered. Panda sleeping right in front of the gate. It's a Snorlax! Quickly, use your great ball. Someone move the beast! Lady Emery cannot wait another half an hour for her puzzle cube. Everyone please remain calm. Yes, you get up eventually. But they said about Snorlax too. Panda continues to lounge obliviously. He scratches his belly. I do not think that Panda is going to move anytime soon. There must be a way to stir him. Perhaps we could try to make the panda noises that would get his attention. Anyone got a piece of bamboo and know how to solve this? Do we even know what Panda sounds like? No, we'll have to move him manually. If we get some leverage, I think the three of us could roll him away. Roll him? He's not a barrel. Look at him, Caden. He's not going to budge unless he wants to. Well, we are short on options. What do you think, Julia? I think we should tickle him. You two do not know what you are talking about. This will work. Crouch down next to the panda, then suddenly wiggle your fingers against the panda's side. He shakes gleefully. That's right. No more peaceful lounging for you. One last shake, the panda rolls over and scampers away from the gate. Finally, I thought he'd never move. Panda inches closer to you and licks your hand. I think he likes you. Let's take him back with us before he decides it is time for another nap. With the tiger, emu, and panda in tow, you return to your estate. And Lisa, we did it. We found all the animals. Oh. Incredible, sister. You truly are resourceful. Our parade will leave the city inspired. The group heads inside to make final preparations for the parade as Annalisa leads you to your room for probably an outfit change. You seem excited, dear sister. Today you will announce your intentions to the kingdom. The parade is to start, but you must also look the part. You need to capture the crowd's attention while allowing them to visualize you not just as a noble, but as their queen. I take it you have something planned. Of course, I secretly ordered this from the best tailor the moment you had the idea to hold a parade. A sly wink, Annalisa hands you the bright gold dress. I can show you the world. Looks like peacock on the bottom and the rest of it's gold. Choose this look. I feel radiant. You look like this entire parade was built for you, which is partially true. I hope the people like it. They'd be fools not to. Now come on, we have a parade to run. You and Annalisa walk outside the estate where everyone gathers around the float. Julia, you look spectacular. Thank you. Lady Julia, we're ready when you are. Would you like to say a few words before we settle? Friends and family. Our enemies think us weak. Today we will determine the course of history. Your help has given our house a chance. I promise that I will do everything to make the most of your belief in me. May good fortune shine on you and our hopes. Because hope is all we have left. It may be all you need. Percival nods to you and smiles at Annalisa before leaving, and you turn to your people. Everyone ready? As ready as we'll ever be. We're right here with you. Well, then let's inspire a city. The boat begins to roll down the desolate road. Not a soul to be found. Where is everyone? People might be in shock from the fire. They're likely holding up in their homes. But somebody has to see us, right? Hello? If people won't find us, then we need to bring them to us. We already have a bright, colorful float. What else could there be? Let's make some noise! Woo! Woo! Does my gusto meet your satisfaction, your ladyship? It does. I shall continue my wooing. Thusly. Woo! Ah! Oh. Goodness me, it would appear I have some help. Rosario! How's Rosario? The cacophony of odd sounds begins to attract curious onlookers. Is that Lady Julia? With a panda? Amazing. It's working. Your float continues down the street as more and more people gather to see the spectacle. As the float winds down the road, it passes two starstruck kids. The Regent, wow, he's so much taller in person. And that's Crown Shield. Sir King can beat anyone. Aiden, it appears we're famous. That is not preferable. Hunter laughs as you see Percival and Theodosia further down the road. A parade? Why does Julia get a parade when I've wanted one since just now? She does this for more than just herself. Your emu preens with pride as you round a corner into a square full of people. There it is, Julia. We're at the end of the parade route. It's time. The float comes to a stop in the center, and everyone looks to you expectantly. You step to the highest point of your float and wave. Lady Julia! Lady Julia! As you greet the crowd, a disgruntled man steps forward. Smiles won't change his shop burned down. Real leader would be helping instead of riding around on a over-decorated cart. He does have a point. If I took our food stores, we'd be starving come winter. You look to the man sympathetically and address the crowd. People of Cordonia, this tragic blaze has robbed many a good subject of home, livelihood, but know that I will not let you suffer. House Rosario hereby offers its wealth to fund rebuilding effort for lost homes. I can't believe it! I know that is not enough, which is why, in addition, Regent Hunter will reopen the Royal Granary to redistribute food. Oh! A town has suffered a tragedy, but with Lady Julia's help, I promise that nobody will go hungry. That is very generous, Lady Julia. I'm sorry I doubted you. This is your moment, Julia. You have their attention. It's time. We live in changing times. We've lost our beloved Queen Kendra. We've lost part of our beloved capital. But we have not lost ourselves. From the ashes, a fertile orchard will grow. But it will need a new caretaker. One who will need to help it flourish with patience and prudence. If Cordonia would have me, I would be the steward. I would be your queen. Silence falls among the crowd. You hear someone snort. Looking at the sound, you see Cyrus and Rinza. Oh, of course. Hey, nice hair, Cyrus. God damn it! Oh, she reaches above her station yet again. Not everyone can wield ambition like Queen Julia, the people's queen. Long live Queen Julia. What? Long live Queen Julia. Long live Queen Julia. You look Rinza directly in the eyes, her face contorted in rage. Oh, hello there, biche. Renzo turns and disappears into the crowd. Hunter leans over to you. This is a chance I could get used to. You're more than welcome to say it whenever you want. Long live my queen. Iris, Emery, and Percival approach your float. Lady Julia, that was quite something up there. I could not agree more, sister. I stand humbled by your house's generosity. Oh, you dear sweet man. You can't recognize politics when you see it. She was just playing to the crowd. Actually funding such an endeavor would be outrageously expensive. Can you imagine how much grooming oil you'll have to sacrifice to afford such a thing? It was not an empty promise, but it will indeed be expensive. Some of the victims are your people too. We could do more if others were willing to help. You're serious? Ow! I knew your great beauty had to come at some expense, but I didn't realize it was your common sense. But Lord Cyrus, you were the one who set the... Oh, no, now Percival, now let's not get in the habit of making baseless accusations of our allies, at least not aloud. Leaving that aside, you have duty to provide for your people at least. Your Lady Julia stands providing for all, no matter their loyalty or allegiance. Which is precisely why I will ultimately be king, and not her. Cyrus... There's a difference between being king and playing king. But playing sounds so fun, doesn't it? I do have a certain knack for roleplay. You're an idiot. Percival steals his gaze on Cyrus. Lord Cyrus, it is my duty as your ally to protect the interest of the people of your house as I would my own. And after what I have witnessed today, I have determined the best way to serve your people is to make Lady Julia Rosario their queen. But, you're supposed to be the honorable one. You can't do this. I stand by my oath. You may marry Emery as you will. Joy. And I will continue to stand for your interest, but you will not dictate to me how best to do so. I am honored to have you as an ally, Lord Percival. Believe me, the honor is mine. I truly believe that with this, it's what's right for our kingdom. Okay, you need to stop it. And Lisa jumps into Percival's arms and kisses him. Okay. But how? How am I supposed to win now? You've put me in a bind, and not in a good way. Don't let it bother you, Lord Cyrus. Even if you are not to be king, you will be king of my heart. Emery drapes herself around Cyrus's shoulders, squishing Lord Pompadour between them. Ah! Oh, Emery, my little sagebrush, I need to step away to deal with my uncontrollable joy. Cyrus wriggles himself and Lord Pompadour away from Emery and leaves, but Emery gives chase. So, Percival, if you're supporting Julia, I must acquaint you with some terms of how the alliance will work. Meet with me now. Of course. Annalisa grabs Percival's hand and leads him away. There's gonna be a lot of aye, puppy. Hunter and Kate approach you. You can barely hear them over the crowd. You have caused quite a stir, Julia. The people love you, and you have so many votes as your rivals. This went far better than I could have dreamed. It gives me hope for tomorrow. Just then, a few people run up to you. Seems like tomorrow may have to wait. Lady Julia, thank you. I don't know how to ever repay you. But we could start with the drink. Julia, you've pulled off something miraculous. Celebrate a bit with the people. Enjoy your moment. We're forming a party at the tavern. We'd hope you join us. You can't be the people's queen and refuse to spend time with your people, right? Oh, God. How about it? You're the toast of the town. Why not give the people what they want? Join Caden and Hunter to celebrate your achievement with the townspeople. You ever do something when you're sick and you're, like, disinterested in it? Now try doing something you're already disinterested in while being sick. That's all I'm saying. Come on, there's a crowd gathering in one of the taverns. You, Caden, and Hunter enter a small tavern. Almost all eyes are on you immediately, and you recognize many of the commoners gathered there. Lady Julia, you made it.
It says Regency and the Crown Shield.
We have a cow in a tavern.
Are the livestock allowed in this tavern?
Of course she is. How else is she gonna celebrate Lady Julia's graciousness?
Perhaps if we buy her drinks instead, it is the least we can do to show our appreciation. I have a few copper. Maybe if we pool together we can buy Lady Julia a ale. I cannot possibly impose. You have shown so much resilience and generosity in the face of despair. It is I who should be buying your drinks for you. Bartender, a round on for everyone on me. Crowd cheers. Just then a young child approaches you, clutching a small piece of wood.
Lady Julia, this is for you. I didn't have paper, so I used some scrap that I found, and I drew the picture with a charcoal.
I hand you wood, upon which is drawn a portrait of you. It's beautiful. I cannot thank you enough for this thoughtful gift.
My family does not have very much, but we are grateful for how you are willing to help us. And I want to help people just like you, Lady Julia. I want to change the world, but I don't know what to be to do that.
You could become a kind person. Having the world better is not defined by your profession. Be kind to others around you and inspire with your example. Preach. The child's eyes grow wide, and you can sense her picturing the possibility. She beams at you.
I will do my best. I want to make you proud, Lady Julia.
I have no doubt that you will. For now, please accept this in exchange for your beautiful artwork. You pull out a number of gold coins and press it into her palm. Still smiling, she runs back to her parents. That was very gracious. I hope it helps her get to where she wants to go. Now, I believe all three of us are in need of some ale. Caden, please help me grab some tankards. Caden and Hunter head back to the bar, and you finally regard the drawing when someone taps you on the shoulder. You turn to see Vasco and Annalisa. Annalisa, I see you managed to pry yourself from Percival.
Percival will be waiting when I get back. I had to let you know how proud of you I am.
Basically, she tied him up to a bed. I'll be back! Suspense is everything.
Your ladyship, I would be remiss if I did not also have the chance to offer my congratulations. It has been my pleasure to serve your family for many years, and never more so than today your parents will be proud.
Indeed, I am confident that making you the head of the house was the right choice.
Lisa, I could not have done this without you.
Please give yourself some credit. You have achieved a great deal all by yourself.
Pulls you into an embrace.
I am so proud of you, Julia. You deserve this.
Embrace your sister. A makeshift band plays a jaunty tune. People clear the tables to make room to dance.
Speaking of things you deserve, a music number in your honor is on there.
As the guest of the people, it would be rude to ignore it. Smile, you and Annalisa step onto the impromptu dance floor, pairing off with different people in the tavern.
Lady Julie, you move with such freedom.
I am in a spirited mood.
How could you not be? You've given us all a spring in our steps.
Yeah, as long as the ale keeps flowing.
Lady Julia, look, I can do the dance too. Now you'll watch me.
The two do their best jig for you to watch. You're both excellent dancers.
Wow, Lady Julia praised us. Best day ever.
That cow has some moves.
Oh, you should see her prance in the fields. She's an absolute star.
Turn towards your next partner and find yourself face to face with Hunter. Lock arms and dance together. I thought it would be appropriate to jump in. I hope you are enjoying yourself. I am sure this hardly compares to the fancy celebrations you are used to, but on the contrary, Julie, the care you show for your community speaks to your tremendous leadership. Queen Kendra would be proud. I truly appreciate you saying so. I am just still adjusting to the amount of responsibility. If you ask me, I
Say you are embodying all that the noble should strive to be.
Really? That is high praise coming from you. It is not every day that the King Regent's praises one's leadership skills. I am flattered.
And I would not say it is me were not true. But for now, I do not want to keep you from your own celebration. You deserve to bask for a while. We can reconvene later. For now, go and join yourself.
Smile, you shift dance partners. After what feels like a too short a celebration, you and your friends leave for the party. You return to the float. You see another party has formed around it. People dance and celebrate. Some even chant your name. Don't look so happy. It's hard to believe there was a tragedy just last night.
You lifted a heavy burden from the shoulders.
It's hard to believe I'm so close with Percival's support. I only need House of Veracus on my side, and I actually stand a chance.
Speaking of Lady Theodosia, I believe she's scaling your float.
Huh? You're going to find Hector helping Theodosia climb aboard your float. Once on her feet, Theodosia faces the crowd. Greetings, little townspeople! It is I, your better. No, don't do this. Nobody pays attention to the announcement. Theodosia's smile looks more and more forced until... I mean, really? Her shriek silences the crowd, and they finally look up to her. That's better. I have an important announcement to make, so go ahead and prepare to be excited. Announcement? What is she talking about?
Perhaps she was impressed by your proclamation and wishes to join you. That would make far too much sense for the Theodosia.
After witnessing such a wondrous and beautiful parade, I realized something important about Lady Julia. Namely, that I can do much, much better. Therefore, without further ado, the moment you've been waiting for, even if you didn't know, I hereby announce my bid for Queen.
What? This isn't surprising? She's an idiot. Why are you surprised? Theodosia has entered the race alongside you. How will this affect your bid for the throne? Find out never. Seriously, I don't care. Oh, like I said, yeah, you ever been sick and you're doing something and you find your interest, it just isn't there? Yeah. Now imagine doing something you're not interested in like at all, and you're sick. That's me right now. Ooh, this book. Without further ado, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down description below, links to social media, Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. Oh, Lord. I need more rest, and also maybe, like, a cuddle buddy. Anyone want to apply? Please, okay, thanks. That'd be appreciated. Without further ado, thank you all once again for watching. Save the date is later today, in 4 hours to be precise. And then baby bump. Oh, Lord. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next video. Peace.